Hi guys, welcome to yet another video. Today we are going to talk about the 2014 flagship killer, the OnePlus One. This is a brand new company and it's just been around only for like 6 months now, but in 6 months the hype this phone has created is like none other. And the reason there is so much hype is because for $350 they give you a 64 GB version of hardware specs that can be comparable to all the flagship phones from other brands like Samsung, LG and also Apple. So this is touted as the flagship killer for 2014 because it has all the muscles but not the price of other flagship phones. In this video we will look at the hardware and also we will talk a little bit about the software. Right, so first, this phone comes in two versions, the 16 GB version which comes for $299, and then it comes with a 64 GB version which retails at $350 on the international market. Now, like I said, you need an invite to buy this phone. Without invite you will not be able to buy the phone. To get an invite you need to know somebody who has bought the phone, but I hear that in the month of November they're planning to start pre-order, which should make it easy for anybody to own this phone. But until then, the only way to get this phone is to buy it from an online store which would retail a Chinese version for you. And it also comes with a 5.5-inch display with IPS screens. It has a front camera of 5 megapixel and it has a rear camera of 13 megapixels. The side profile of this phone is really thin, if you can see, and at the bottom you have a curved back. So what happens is, even though the phone is thicker in the middle, it doesn't feel that, and it sits well in the hand, right? So as a hardware, let's look at the hardware first. So at the bottom you have a micro USB connector, you have two beautiful speakers, both of them work. At the sides you have the SIM tray and you have the volume rocker here. On the top you have a 3.5 mm jack, and also there is the microphone. So this phone has got 3 microphones. That's the first one. You have the power button on the sides. At the back you have one more microphone here, and you have the camera obviously, and I forgot to mention, at the bottom you have one more microphone. Now it comes in two colors. You have the baby skin white. This is the baby skin white. It is a smooth white texture that I have not seen in any other phones, and the other version is called the sandstone black. It's like a very smooth version of sandpaper. Other than that, everything is the same. Now, the difference between this phone and every other phone is this phone you cannot buy at the moment. You cannot buy this phone. You will have to get an invite to buy this phone. Now that's if you were to buy the international version. What I have done is I have bought the Chinese version. Hardware wise both are almost the same, except for some LTE radio chips which is not supported in many regions, which is more China specific, but majority of the countries you will be able to use a Chinese phone without any problem. The only difference though is in the international version you have CyanogenMod logo at the bottom, and you have the FCC and other logos here, whereas the Chinese version just has some Chinese written here. That's all. Other than that, everything is exactly the same. Now if you were to look at the screen, of course there is fingerprint. It's prone to fingerprint like all touchscreen phones today, but if you were to look at the screen is slightly bulged out. So if you were to put the phone flat on the ground, there is a chance that you might crack the screen. But what I have done is I have put a tempered glass screen protector which claims to be very strong. So if I were to hit with anything, they say you're not going to break the glass because of the tempered glass. Right, now let's look at the software. This is Yahoo Aviate launcher, but this is not the default launcher. This is one of the best launchers that I have found, and it's really beautiful. In another video we will talk about all great launchers on Android, but for this video we will stick to the hardware of this device. So if I were to go to the hardware of this device, if I go to hardware, so I can see that It runs CyanogenMod 11S. It runs on Android 4.4.4, which is the latest as of today. It has an ARM v7 processor, revision 1, which is the Snapdragon 801 processor. It has 3 GB of RAM, and it basically is, so if you were to compare this with a flagship phone today, this is as good as the Note 3, but Note 3 comes with 32 GB of storage space. Of course, Note 3 also supports oh, I can see that there is an update available, which I will be updating for the next video. Right. Compared to Note 3, the only difference is Note 3 has external memory support, which this phone does not have, so you cannot add any more space, but I think 64 GB is quite a lot. Now if you compare the price, I think this phone is priced almost half of what Note 3 charges for the phone. So all in all, it is a brilliant phone, brilliant specs. Now if you can see, it's very smooth, the touch screen is really beautiful, it's wonderful. So for the price, $350, you're getting a phone that is as good in some aspects, and I think it's better in a lot of other aspects than Note 3. And if you talk about CyanogenMod, now if you talk about the operating system, CyanogenMod is a stripped down version of Android. So there are a lot of customization that's built into CyanogenMod, so which gives you a very true Android experience on your phones. So I would suggest a lot of people, even if you're maybe using another phone, you should try installing CyanogenMod and try using your phone. I think a lot of flagship phone, a lot of major brands like Samsung and HTC, they customize their ROM so much that I think you lose the beauty of Android. Now, Android is supposed to be a very, very fast operating system. That's where CyanogenMod comes up. So you could try installing CyanogenMod. CyanogenMod is really, really customization friendly. Another thing I wanted to show you is how it compares with other phones. I just did a test. Now this is a result. So the OnePlus One is above HTC M8, it's above Xiaomi Mi3, Samsung Galaxy S5, Galaxy Note 3. I mean, compared to all that, the OnePlus One comes above all of them. So this is an unbiased test because this is it's a third-party benchmark application, and this is giving absolutely wonderful results for the OnePlus One. So all in all, a fantastic device, especially considering the price. This has brilliant factors. I will be doing comparison of this phone with many other phones. Stay tuned to watch those videos. Bye bye.